The final hour, when we cease to exist, does not itself bring death. It merely of itself completes the death process. We reach death at that moment, but we have been a long time on the way. This profound reflection by Seneca invites us to contemplate the nature of our mortality. Indeed, the reality is apparent. We are all destined to die. While the specifics of what lies beyond this life remains a mystery, often debated by theologians and philosophers, the Stoic perspective offers a grounding framework for understanding death. What then is the Stoic view of death? At its core, it encourages us to embrace death as an integral and natural aspect of life, rather than allowing it to consume us with dread and anxiety. By adopting this mindset, we can cultivate a sense of reassurance and tranquility in the face of inevitable mortality. Marcus Aurelius wisely reminds us, "Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something whilst you still can." This is a compelling motivation to live meaningfully and purposely while still alive. In recent times, especially during the global pandemic, fear of death has become almost palpable. Cultural narratives surrounding mortality have fostered increased trepidation about dying. The fear of loss and grief became all more pronounced. The relentless coverage from media certainly did not alleviate these anxieties, making the thought of death feel even more overwhelming. Nevertheless, regardless of whether the end comes through illness, accident, or some other unseen event, it is essential to accept that our time on earth is limited, and that acceptance of this is a critical part of living a fulfilling life. Central to Stoic philosophy is the concept of Memento Mori, a Latin phrase which translates to "remember, you will die." This reminder serves as a stark acknowledgement of our mortality and invites us to live each day if it were our last. It urges us to prioritize what is genuinely significant, inspiring us to engage deeply with the present moment. In his writings, Marcus Aurelius extensively contemplated death, eloquently stating that we will return to nature upon our passing. Our physical forms will reintegrate with the earth, while the atoms constituting our being will disperse throughout the vast universe. This is a strikingly poetic perspective, emphasizing that death is not merely an ending, but a transformation, a return to the whole of existence. The Stoics practice being present, focusing on the here and now without undue concern for what lies ahead, and recognizing that the past can no longer affect us. This philosophy invites us to seize each moment, reminding us to make our lives meaningful and impactful while we still have the opportunity to do so. Memento Mori, remember, you will die. This powerful reminder compels us to reflect on our choices and our actions, and encourages us to reevaluate our priorities, inspiring a life filled with introspection and meaningful contemplation. You want to live, but do you know how to live? You are scared of dying. And tell me, is the kind of life you lead any different from being dead? Seneca. His words challenge us to confront our fears and strive for a vibrant and engaging life. The metaphor, the man trying to hold water in a clenched fist, illustrates our tendency to grasp life while succumbing to the fears that cloud our experience. Life is never incomplete if it is an honourable one. At whatever point you leave life, if you leave it in the right way, it is whole. Once again, Seneca encapsulates the essence of living an honourable and responsible life to create a much fulfilling one. To attain genuine happiness, we must take deliberate actions towards our own well-being and values, allowing us to face death with a sense of peace and fulfillment. When that final moment arrives, before St. Peter or the gates of Valhalla, we can do so confidently, knowing we have lived a good life. Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. This notion brings me to my own contemplations. Am I ready for death? While I cannot claim that I know the answers, I can affirm that I have lived a rich and multifaceted life. It has not always been easy. Challenges have tested my resilience, and yet, with each obstacle I've encountered, I've emerged stronger, and my sense of happiness has deepened. If my time arrives, I hope to meet it with a smile, ready to embrace whatever comes next. And with a respectful nod to the journey that I've been on, I'll step forward. Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. Embracing this truth encourages us to live not just with an awareness of our limits, but with a depth and intention, crafting our lives that resonate with purpose and meaning. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed learning about Memento Mori. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's keep walking in philosophy.